The Bay Area remembers George Floyd 1 year after his death. New details on the Moderna vaccine for kids. That and more news coming up. Hey everyone, today, May 25th, marks 1 year since George Floyd was killed by a Minneapolis police officer. Rallies were held all over the country and here in the Bay Area in remembrance of this day.
While George Floyd died a year ago, I really think this moment was meant for me. Meant for me because I was always somebody that wanted to see a different policing, a different law enforcement, and to be the chief at this moment, while there's a call for change, it feels like it's right for me to be the person to institute that change.
His funeral reminded us, and everyone who spoke, his daughter, reminded us then, that day, that the world would never be the same.
There are dozens, if not hundreds of other cases that should have happened this past year that were never even tried. So we're bringing attention to the fact that it's not just justice for one person, but it's justice for all people and having accountability.
We have a special episode of Race in America remembering George Floyd airing tonight, Tuesday at 7 p.m. on NBC Bay Area. If you miss it live, you can watch online at NBCBayArea.com/RaceInAmerica. In other news, Moderna says its COVID vaccine is safe and highly effective in kids between 12 and 17. We spoke to infectious disease specialist Dr. Peter Chin-Hong about parents' concerns on the need to vaccinate children. Take a listen.
Children don't seem to have the propensity to get COVID-19 that adults do. Do they need to be vaccinated to reach herd immunity, though?
In general, yes. The short answer is yes. But right now, California is looking so great because we have a combination of vaccine immunity and virus-associated natural immunity that's from that terrible winter surge. So the two things going together makes us right now the best state to be in from a COVID perspective.
Moderna is planning to submit its findings to the FDA sometime in June. Is it a UFO? Is it a cloud? Is it a UFO cloud? What was it? If you looked up at the sky Monday afternoon, you might have spotted this giant UFO-looking cloud and wondered what's going on. Here's Chief Meteorologist Jeff Ranieri with a quick explanation.
Hey guys, I know a lot of you were driving around and saw these awesome looking clouds. They look like something out of a science fiction movie, right? Like a UFO or a flying saucer. Well, those clouds are actually called lenticular clouds. They do happen from time to time, but it's not a daily occurrence. So how do these clouds form? Well, it's pretty simple. We need some moist, stable air moving over a mountain or a hilltop. Because you see, as that air moves over a mountain or a hilltop, it reaches its condensation point. We get a cloud forming. The other key thing we need is some strong wind continuing over the mountain. Because as that wind continues over the mountain, it takes the cloud and flattens it out like a pancake and gives it that UFO flying saucer shape. So again, we need a mountain, hilltop, and also some strong wind to get those lenticular clouds.
That's fun. You don't get to see these clouds often, so that was cool. Speaking of the sky, looking up, you're not going to want to miss the super blood moon eclipse happening Wednesday morning. That's when the moon turns red. The partial eclipse starts around 2:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, hits totality at 4:19, and lasts about 15 minutes, so not a huge window there. This is the first time in 2.5 years a total lunar eclipse will be visible in California. Our reporter Scott Budman takes and posts spectacular moon photos on Twitter. You should give him a follow to see cool pics of this upcoming blood moon. And if you take some pics, don't forget to tag at NBC Bay Area and we might share them on air or online. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching.